It's an investment. We don't have all the time in the world. We don't have all the energy or resources. Shouldn't we be investing efficiently, effectively? That's Vedanta. That's what Vedanta encourages. Okay, good. So that's it for friends. We have to understand that who our friends are, and that friends are there for support and for friendship, and we shouldn't empower them to bring negativity into our lives. Okay. Now, what about those people in our lives who we can't choose? All of us chose our friends, correct? And those people in life that we don't choose, what do we call them? Boss. Acharya. We call them? Family. Exactly. So the question is, how do we achieve synergies with our family? Again, super relevant to you and I, because we're not completely independent of our family, nor are we completely dependent on our family. So it's even more important for us. How do we achieve that balance in that relationship? How do we grow with them? How do we grow from them? I asked you about the greatest suffering that you experience in your life. In this past week, who has brought you the most frustration? In this past week, who has brought you the most frustration? Father, mother, sister, brother, cousin, auntie, uncle. I think for most of us, it would be family. And the reasons why, the biggest reason why our family brings us frustration is because they don't change. Regardless if you're 2 or 20 or 80, your mother will still call you and say, "Did you eat enough? Make sure you wear a sweater when you go outside." Yes? Yes. They'll still call you Bete in public. They'll still call you Goody or Pinky or Bindu or whatever your nickname is. They'll still tell you, even when you're married and have kids, make sure you go to sleep early, make sure you come home early, don't drink too much, and so on and so forth. They do not change. Knowing that, after I spent a full hour talking about stress management, they don't change. They are our resource. That is fixed. What is in our control? Demand. How we react and relate to our family. As you very nicely brought out in your plays, if we expect another person to change, we will be the losers in that situation. And we will spread this losing attitude around us too. We argue with our fathers that, hey, give us some more freedom, but they're not going to. We get angry at them, they get frustrated that we're always so negative with them. And just extend that to whatever relationship. All of you are smiling at me like, yeah, that is me. That's not a good thing. We should be depressed that, hey, that is me. Not smile that this is me. They're not going to change. And if we expect them to change, you and I are crazy. A crazy person is someone who does the same action and expects a different result. That's you and me. We're crazy people. Do we want to be crazy people? Everyone's smiling again. Yes. Crazy is awesome. No, be depressed. Be upset that we're crazy people. We're not supposed to. It's not alright to be sad. It's not alright to be crazy either. What we're supposed to do then is change ourselves. Our father and our mother will always treat us like kids. Doesn't matter how rich or how big or how old you get, our parents will treat us like their kids. That's how it's going to be. We should respond accordingly. What? All of you love football. You keep talking about football. Have you seen the movie Invictus?
Yes. Yeah.
Invictus is a great movie. And the one gentleman who plays on the all-black team, the New Zealand team, he was taking down all the other teams. So what did the South African team do then? They can't change him. Well, what do? They respond accordingly, and they put 2 or 3 guys on him. Basketball, you double team their center or their guard. You can't change their strategy. You can't change his or her skill. What do? You respond. Act accordingly. My father will not change. What should I do? I should change accordingly. This is how to develop that synergy in relationships with our parents. And it's such little things that we can change about ourselves that will bring great peace within a family. Guruji had said something very nicely when he was teaching us Gita. Everything he said was nice, but this is something that I really remember. He said when couples argue, a very easy way to dissolve that argument is just by saying sorry. Not a mechanical sorry, I'm sorry. But like, and it doesn't have to be such a genuine sorry, like I thought about it for 4 hours and then said I'm sorry. But the argument's going on, just let the ego go, I'm sorry. And that argument will dissolve, most likely. At my sister's home, she has again those tacky things, 10 things to do when you're married. The last one I actually liked, it said, never go to sleep in an argument. Never go to sleep while you're arguing. How to go to sleep then? Say you're sorry then. So easy. Is it simple? Can you say you're sorry? I'm sorry. You can do it. Wonderful. So keep practicing. Because we're going to need to say it more often. So I'm sorry. Little ways where we can change and bring more peace into our lives. Another way to develop synergies with our family is to appreciate our family. Our parents gave us life. If we didn't have life, end of sentence. You can't add anything else. Life, then add all other adjectives, nouns, and verbs. They gave that to us. If our mother or father is removed from that equation, you and I are removed. If any of our 4 grandparents are removed, you and I are removed. When was the last time that we thanked our parents for giving birth to us? And not such a weird way. Like saying it in such a weird, thanks for giving me birth. In not such a weird way. When did we say, just thank you for the sake of thank you? I don't think we can remember that. We just assume they're our parents, they should treat us like this, they should give us this, and so on and so forth. They should forgive us for everything we do. A mother. Guruji said that Gita is a mother. When you study the Dhyanam shlokas, one of them says that Gita is a mother. Because as much as we turn away from Gita, meaning her symbolically as a mother, she will always be open towards us. Our mothers are the same way. We've yelled at them, we've hit them, we've disappointed them, we've disagreed with them. But make sure you eat enough. You come home from school, when you come home from work, there's food ready. Wash your clothes, give you money for this, give you money for that. Always. My mother still goes to my older sister's house and cleans her kitchen and cooks her lots of food. My sister's 30 years old and has 2 kids. My mother still does that. She's always going to be like that. When my sister's 80 and if my mother's still alive, she'll still do that. If my sister complains about it, do you think my mother will change? She'll say, baby, you don't know what you want. You don't know what you're talking about. And she'll make twice as much for you. So we have to appreciate the life that our parents have given us, our family as a whole, the experiences our brothers and sisters have given us. Like me and my younger sister, but we were always good friends. We always went to the same school. We always played Mario Kart together. We always played basketball together. Like if she wasn't there, I wouldn't have had those experiences. I wouldn't be the dynamite Mario Kart player I am today if it weren't for her.